If this message found you, it's not random. This is a collective reading, but it's going to feel personal. So take what aligns and leave the rest. Because what's coming through here is something you've already been feeling. And you're about to understand why. So let's go ahead and see what the cards want to reveal. Alright. What do we got here? We got a lot. Alright. Stop running from me. Okay, so... Okay, so... what's happening here is a feeling you haven't been able to fully explain. You've been thinking about someone or a situation, and something about it just hasn't felt settled. You've been going back and forth, questioning it, trying to understand what it means. The truth beneath this is you've been picking up on something real. This isn't your head. This is intuition. You've been sensing a shift or a disconnect or something that hasn't been fully expressed here. What they're not saying is there are feelings or intentions that haven't been clearly communicated. And what's been creating the uncertainty? You've been feeling something but not getting confirmation. And because of that, you've been stuck between two energies. One part of you feels pulled toward this, and another part of you feels like something isn't fully right. And that's where the confusion comes from. The clarity here is this: you're not wrong for feeling what you feel. But you're also not meant to ignore what doesn't feel aligned. You don't need to force clarity. You need to trust what you're already picking up on. You felt this for a reason. Ultimately, if you don't use all that you have in retrospect to what you truly desire to accomplish in this life, then you won't be able to move forward. But this shows me you already know what to do. You already have all the elements that you need. You already know the way that you want to go. You're just maybe sitting on the fence. You're not using all that you have in this Temperance and this Magician card. This means that you know what to do. You have the skills. You have what you need. This means that you can definitely put it all together. And this means that you're just not doing it. So ultimately, the time has come to stop comparing your life to the lives of others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it is their time. Remember that boundaries define your freedom. So it's very important to protect the limits. Protect all your limits that you have establish for yourself. And this will stabilize your peace. Ultimately, trust in your intuition and the feelings that you're having, and know that they're leading you to a higher understanding and a more harmonious way of thinking, and just a more harmonious and healed mental adjustment in this life. So the stability index, let's see exactly what the actions to take to get some deeper clarity on the situation at hand and what's coming through for the collective at this time. So ultimately, structure increases freedom. So remember to not only establish boundaries, but also to pay attention to your systems, to your routines, to keeping up with the practicalities in your life and all of the things that you feel keep you moving forward in the most optimal and efficient way while using the least amount of energy, is what I'm hearing. So building systems is what you're being called to do, and really sticking to the structure of those systems and knowing that the efficiency will improve. So if you've been feeling a lack of drive, or just a lack of motivation, or even a lack of inspiration, building into those systems will create a higher improved efficiency and decrease the stress in your life. So we'll get one more for the actions that you're being called to take. The simplicity clarifies direction. So I love this because what you're doing is we're removing clutter. We're removing all distractions. This also stands for, so this can be the clutter in your email. This can be the physical clutter in your home, obviously. This is anything that's taking up space and doesn't have a rightful place in your life or in your energy anymore. So this can be getting rid of old pictures that mean nothing to you anymore, or this can be getting rid of just outdated files. This can also be getting rid of outdated furniture, getting rid of outdated relationships, okay? This can be all of those things. Removing any clutter in your life that's taking away from your happiness and your authentic expression. So this focus will sharpen after you remove clutter, and obviously your success will be accelerating. So that's an amazing message that's coming through. Also, I am seeing a blessing coming into your life. So, if you are still in this reading right now and you are receiving any of these messages, just know that these positive messages are for you, but it is calling for you to take decisive action at this time. Also, to protect your belongings, and assets and treasures are beginning to manifest in your life. Okay, so at this point in time, you're being called to put all of your skills and talents and all of the tools and aspects that you need to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to in this life, so that you can go ahead and bring this new blessing. For some this is an investment. For others this is new work or a new career, and yet for others this is actually just a home, and for others I'm hearing a car or a new car. This is any kind of asset that comes into your life that helps you move through life in a more graceful way. So this is less of a car. This is a home. This is a new career, a job. This is anything that ultimately will either return higher gains than the investment, or will end up increasing in value because of the investment, is what's coming through with this. And it comes through you applying your skills and decisive action, or also just taking the time to exact your will, right? To move forward, to make a decision, and then to take decisive action, inspired action, where you're not cutting anything out other than the clutter, right? Anything that's standing in the way of that success accelerating. But ultimately, what you're doing here is you're putting everything together and combining rather than choosing. Yeah. So this is alchemizing energy. This is you really taking the time to make any kind of obstacle or negative situation into a stepping stone. So this can also be building into skills for some of you. And ultimately, this is an integration on some level of a healing flow of the energies in your life, whether that is a mental and emotional level or a physical and emotional level, whatever it is, this is definitely something coming through all aspects of you and concretizing into the physical form through you combining whatever you have and utilizing it rather than choosing, and it brings in this new blessing. Okay, so this message didn't find you by accident. If you are still in this reading, then this entire reading belongs to you. Confirmation received. You're being shown something so you can see clearly, not stay confused. All right. And this reading offers insight and empowerment, not fixed outcomes or guarantees. If you follow the actions that were specified in this reading, then the probability of you seeing the positive outcomes from this reading are exponentially increased. So, if this reading resonated, it's because something here aligns, but trust yourself above all else. And as always, I send each and every one of you my light, my love, my blessings, and I thank you for being in this space with me, and I will see you in my next reading.